On my head right now, I have the Stealth Pro headset by Turtle Beach. This is Turtle Beach's top of the line wireless headset for gaming, and it's got a ton of features, and it's also got a kind of a hefty price tag. So I've got two questions. Is this actually going to make your gaming experience better? And if you're a content creator and you want to use this for streaming or something like that, is the microphone good enough to do that? Now, the reason I'm reviewing this headset is kind of a funny story, actually. I did a previous video where I compared three headsets, three different price points, three different manufacturers. And in that video, as we were comparing them, the Turtle Beach Elite Pro 2 headset, it was the front runner in that video until it stopped working. One of the speakers in the ears just cut out completely. Now, I will say that we did purchase that on our own. We weren't sent the Elite Pro from Turtle Beach, and their customer service, they turned it around very quickly, got us a new set. But interestingly, Turtle Beach's marketing department saw my video and reached out and said, "Hey, we saw you had some trouble. Glad it got resolved. You want to review the top of the line one?" So I said, sure, why not? And I was saying we earlier because if you've seen that previous video, my son Finn, who is an epic gamer, helped me review those headsets, and he's going to be helping me with this one in a little bit. So if the only reason you tuned in was to see my son Finn, well, he'll be here later on in the video. I'll go over the features that this headset has in a moment, but first of all, the initial setup for this headphone was not the smoothest. It was a little confusing. I'm using a Mac. This specific model is designed for Xbox as well as computers, and there's also a PlayStation version. So I read the instructions, and it said to download their Audio Hub software, and when I did that, it just had a blank window. You actually have to plug in the base station, which is this right here, and pair it with the headphones first. So that wasn't clear from the instructions. Then once you've done that, the Audio Hub software becomes active and you can use it. Now, the Audio Hub software actually crashed the first time I tried doing the update that it required. Once I got everything sorted out, the software seems to run pretty smoothly. So there was just some issues with the initial installation there. So this is the Stealth Pro, and I'm assuming, I don't actually know why it's called Stealth, but it's possibly because you can actually remove this microphone here, and there are two other built-in microphones that are hidden in the headset, hence the stealthiness if you didn't want this microphone. So now you're listening to the built-in microphones in the headset. You can see I've got the boom mic just out here, and I thought I'd read it in the instructions that if you remove this, the other microphones would automatically turn on, but that doesn't appear to be the case. There is a button you can hold down. You hold it down for 2 seconds and they will start. And you can probably hear a very different sound quality with these microphones as opposed to the boom mic. And the main reason is just that when the boom mic is in front of your mouth, and again, I'm not plugged in here, when it's in front of your mouth, you have a lot of direct sound and it cuts down on the background noise. Just the ratio is better. Whereas these are omnidirectional microphones. They're picking up sound from all over the place. They're further away from your microphone, so you hear a lot of room noise. That's just the trade-off. If you want those discrete, stealthy microphones, then you're not going to have as good a sound quality. Okay, so we are back to, I'm just checking my levels there. We are back to the headset here. And one nice feature is that you can mute the microphone just by turning it up like this. If you turn it up and it mutes it, and you hear little beep beeps. Some headsets have a little switch in the cable, but of course those are wired microphones or wired headsets, so this needs some other way to do that. So that's handy. Just flip it up and nobody can hear you talking. Now, one of the cool features is that you can select your own EQ settings for what you hear through the headset as well as the microphone. So you can EQ the microphone sound that is going out to your fellow gamers, and there are pre-selected standard settings for the EQ, or you can dial in your own in advanced mode. So as I mentioned, it is a wireless headset, so that means it has a battery. Now, Turtle Beach has been pretty thoughtful. You get one battery that can go in the headset, and meanwhile, you can charge the other one they include in the base station. And according to Turtle Beach, you get 12 hours of use on a single battery. Also, you can get 3 hours of charge in 15 minutes. So if you have an emergency gaming session and you're all out of juice, pop that in there and you're supposedly good to go for 3 hours in 15 minutes of charging. I haven't checked that. Another nice feature is that you can connect the headset to your phone via Bluetooth, which means you can take the headset on the go and play on your phone. But you could also record things on your phone and listen to music, and you can also use them at the same time as you have them connected into your game console. So you can actually take phone calls over the headset while also playing the game and communicating with other gamers. I'm not sure that I could handle all that input into my brain, quite frankly. But if you're more skilled than I am, you're all set. On the side of the headset, you've got a rotary dial and also a button, and both of these are programmable. The default is for the button to turn on or off noise cancellation, and the dial adjusts the volume. By the way, the noise cancellation, now you can adjust how much noise cancellation you're using. You can actually assign the dial to dial that in if that's something you're always adjusting. One thing I found is that when I was listening to music and I had the noise cancellation turned off, the bass is a little kind of vague in the headset, almost as if there's something out of phase. So you don't have a nice solid low end. But when you turn noise cancellation on, suddenly it's boom, it's right down the center. It sounds really good. So I would therefore say you probably should keep noise cancellation turned on, except that when you have it turned on, there's hiss that you don't get when it's turned off. So there's a trade-off there. I found the hiss, the white noise, to be a little annoying. I'm going to turn it on now. Yeah, obviously you can't hear it, but I can. And it's just a fluttery kind of white noise sound. So I don't know. But if you're listening to music, you wouldn't notice that anyway, but you would definitely notice the bass being kind of mushy if you didn't have it turned on. Another nice thing about the noise cancellation is that it's adjustable, like I said, and you can assign how much you're dialing in with the rotary dial or just adjust it on your computer if you wanted to. But you could actually set negative noise cancellation, which is Oh, okay. I just figured out why they need two microphones in the headset as well as the boom microphone, because so negative noise cancellation basically lets the sound of the room in and amplifies it so that you can hear it, so that it sounds like you're not wearing headphones at all. But to do that, you need a microphone. And if you're using one microphone built in to speak, then you need another one to do that as well. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. So that's a pretty sophisticated control there for the noise cancellation. Now, they make a big deal about the superhuman hearing function, and you can assign that to one of the buttons. You can turn that on, and it allegedly makes footsteps louder as well as weapons reloading louder. So if someone's sneaking up on you and they're walking or reloading, you can hear it. I have not been able to test that yet, but we're going to have Finn test that later. And that same button that you have to press and hold to turn on the built-in mics, if you just press it once, it will turn on the superhuman hearing. And it is actually, the button has a texture on it compared to the power button and other things. So I think I just turned on superhuman hearing. I'm not hearing anyone sneaking up on me though, so I don't know if it's working. I mentioned earlier that you can charge the headset independently if you don't have the base station. It also has a USB-A port so that you can charge other devices from your headset. So you can use your headset to charge other things if you are traveling. And likewise, the base station also has a USB out port too. So not only can you be connected to a computer or the Xbox, but you can charge other things as well, like your phone, which is this weird circle at that point because you're hooked up in Bluetooth to your phone and you got the charge. Anyway. Now for that adjustable dial on the side, if you are hooked up into your game console, in this case for this version, the Xbox, it defaults to adjusting the game versus chat mix, so you can hear your chat channel if you need to crank that up. But you can also assign it to that variable active noise cancellation, like I mentioned. And if you're in PC mode, if you're using it on your computer, it defaults to adjusting the mic level. And you can also adjust the superhuman hearing volume volume, the Bluetooth volume, the bass boost level, the treble boost level. Also, it's got a noise gate in it where basically it cuts off any low level noises and then just lets the louder signals through. You can adjust the threshold on that. Now, I played around with the noise gate and I really couldn't get it to where I was noticing a significant difference. Maybe you'll have better luck. Now you've got that mode button in the center that is programmable, and by default it turns on the active noise cancellation. But you can also set that as an EQ preset toggle. You can turn chat boost on or off. You can turn that noise gate on or off. And if you're hooked up to a computer, you can turn on or off multimedia control. The headset also comes with a nice roomy pouch. And I say that because sometimes manufacturers give you something that the product will barely fit in because they're saving money. Not so here. You can fit the base station in there. Also comes with two cables. You've got the longer and a shorter connector cable, USB-C. So if you need to move your base station a little further away, you have those options. So you're listening to the Boom microphone. You're getting a sense of how this would sound if you were using this in a streaming situation as a content creator. I will say that the headphones, the sound is decent. They're not as good as the dedicated headphones I use for mixing and mastering, but it's pretty good, and I think it's an improvement over the Elite Pro 2. Elite Pro 2 that we tested earlier. I will say that now, and I know Finn is going to be very disappointed when he hears this, that the ear cups do not come off. The Elite Pro 2, they're magnetic and you can take them off for some reason. I'm not sure the point of that. These ones are fixed. In terms of comfort, I've been using these for a little while now. They are very comfortable. I have a really big head. And I have the adjustment maxed out, and it is reasonably comfortable. But if I had any bigger a head, one, I probably never would have been born, but two, then this might have gotten uncomfortable. So if you have a ginormous head, these might not fit, but if you're a regular human being, you should be good and it should be comfortable. Okay, so I think it's time for Finn to use these for a little bit. He's been eyeing the box every time he walks by, and I can tell he's wanting to get his hands on him. So we need to let Finn try him out and get a report from him.
Hi, Finn. Welcome back to the studio. It's been a little while since you've been actually on camera in the studio.
Yeah, most of the time it's probably me behind the camera.
Yeah, which I appreciate. And I see you have the Stealth Pro headphones on. So does that mean you've been using them recently?
I have been using them and walking around the house with them.
Well, okay, so tell me about your gaming experience with them. What do you like? What don't you like?
What I like, great sound quality, and the mic is also very clear. It does have the routing of the microphone's audio back into the headphones, and the superhuman hearing can be cool.
Oh, okay, because that's interesting. I was testing out the superhuman hearing, but without doing gameplay, and it didn't seem to do anything at all. But so you're noticing.
Yeah.
Did it save your life at any point?
No, it didn't save my life. It was just interesting because, like, I'd know people were there, but I wouldn't react fast enough and I'd be dead.
So you said sound quality. Tell me a little bit more about that. Are you talking about the ear cup sound, like what you're hearing, or the microphone sound? Or
I'm talking about the ear cup sound. It's fairly good.
So I know you can't hear the microphone. Well, I guess you can hear because it plays the audio back. It feeds back the audio into your ears. But I mean, you've been playing with friends. Like, have they commented on the microphone at all? Have you asked them about it?
When I asked them about it, they say it sounds a little bit better than my normal headset. But my normal headset's also pretty good.
Okay, that's the one I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, that's the one you're wearing right now.
And that's interesting because I've noticed comparing these two. This microphone has more low frequencies, which normally I would be like, yes, a microphone has to have a full frequency response. But the trade-off is that you get a lot more breathing noise, I think, with this microphone, even if it's kind of far away. And that low frequencies tends to pick up plosives, when those P sounds and stuff like that. So I like the microphone on that one better too. I think it is an improvement over this microphone. So the Stealth Pro set has a bunch of features. I mean, there's EQ settings and there's all sorts of things you can set, and you can like configure it on a computer. And I know you didn't have the opportunity to do that. But one of the things I think you probably did try was noise canceling. And what do you think about that?
So I did try the noise canceling. I'm personally not a fan of noise canceling, so I wouldn't be one to judge, but it's just noise canceling.
Okay. Did you have a chance to try the negative noise cancellation?
I did not try that.
Okay.
Although if you mean like it plays the sound from outside inside the headphone
Yeah.
anyway, to make it about as it would be without the headphone.
Oh, I wonder if that's how it's currently set up, where you're actually, when you turn it on, you're hearing the negative noise cancellation. That could be the case. Maybe we should swap, actually. Here, why don't we swap, just so that people can hear the sound of our voice through the different microphones.
All right.
Anything else that you didn't like about the Stealth Pro?
Okay, some things I didn't like, although they were fairly comfortable, after playing for like 2 hours, they eventually began to hurt a little bit. That was one of the things that I didn't like. Another thing,
Well, hold on. I want to dig into that a little bit. Why? What part of your body was hurting? I assume your head, your ears.
It's the ears.
what?
It's the band on the top is too tight, so it's actually the cups themselves are pushing too much into my head, and it begins to hurt.
Okay, and I got to go on record here. Finn also has a ginormous head. We are big-brained people, and headphones and hats we struggle with because they can be a little too small. So, do you find those more comfortable?
I find these ones more comfortable.
Okay.
One thing that I'm annoyed at is whenever I'm playing, it'll quiet down the entire game and say Bluetooth connect, and then a little while later it'll say Bluetooth disconnect.
Wait, was this happening just now?
Yeah, and it's happened every time. Happened within like the
Now, you
first
know what
15
that is?
minutes.
That is actually they're synced to my phone via Bluetooth because you can actually take a phone call in your headset while you're playing video games, and I have them synced to my phone. So as I've been walking through the studio and past your gaming console and stuff, they've been connecting and reconnecting.
That taking a call thing though now explains why so many people that I've been playing with have been like on a business call while in the middle of playing Call of Duty.
Who are you playing games with?
A bunch of random people.
I thought you only played games with 10-year-olds.
No, they're like grown men on a business call.
Okay,
but
well,
playing Call of Duty.
You might get some stock tips if you listen closely enough. Okay, so Finn, I appreciate your feedback here. It sounds like some of the features are pretty cool with the Stealth Pro, but it sounds like from a comfort level, you and your big head are probably not going to want the Stealth Pro. You're going to stick with the extra large version of the Elite Pro 2, we think it's called. Okay, fair enough. By the way, Finn and I reviewed 3 different headsets a few months ago. This set actually came out on top until something horrible happened. So if you want to check out that video, you can watch it right here.